Been shopping again, Jez?
I have, mate. Yeah. I've just been and got a few key items for what I think doing an overnighter carp fishing that you might need, mate.
We did get asked this in comments, I think about a month ago, didn't we? A chap mentioned what would he need for overnight carp fishing. So we do try and do videos what we can. So if there's any questions or videos people want to see and us do, we'll always try and do them. So yeah, 5 items for overnight carp fishing, Jez.
Five key items that I would take. Right. Firstly, before we start on them five items, Brad, I just want to say that preparation is key
In regards to,
in regards to bait.
yeah,
So, i.e., if you're fishing PVA bags, mesh stockings, rigs, have them tied up ready because in the pitch black, if you're catching a few fish, the last thing that you want to be doing, mate, is tying bags up at middle at night, especially if it's raining and things like that. So always cater for if you're fishing two rods, X amount of bags, three rods, X amount of bags. So I'd always have at least six tied up if I'm fishing three rods. So that's one out in lake and then one for each rod if I get a fish, mate.
yeah,
My rigs, if I'm fishing pop ups, I'd have my pop ups on that rig straight away. So if that hook's blunt, I can just take the rig straight off, put a new rig on, so I'm not threading dental floss or messing about with bait needles, you know, at night.
yeah, because at 2 o'clock in the morning, you don't really want to be,
It's last thing you need to be doing,
you
mate.
don't really want to be doing that, do you?
No, and also if you're taking any electrical items, make sure they're all charged up
Yeah,
because it's no good just putting them in a bag and not going fishing for 3 or 4 months and then getting to lake and thinking, oh yeah, they'll be all right because they won't, mate. So preparation, think about it before you go, get everything prepared, and you will have a very enjoyable session. So the first thing, we'll we're filming this now, so we're in February. So we'll take it as this time of the year.
yeah,
Yeah. So one of the key items that I would always make sure I have with me is warm clothing, mate. Because if you're not warm, you ain't fishing 100%.
no,
So what I'd do is the they always say the key to keeping warm is through your head, through your hands, and through your feet, isn't it?
yes,
If they're warm, you are warm. So always have a nice pair of thick socks,
yeah,
thermal socks. Always have a pair of gloves because if you catch a few fish at night, I had a couple of fish, mate, at weekend, and I am not kidding you. Them fish were like blocks of ice, mate. So if you've got some gloves, you can just warm your hands up straight away. And one of the key things, one of the main things, is an hat.
definitely an art.
You lose a lot of heat through your head.
Yeah,
So if you keep your head warm, I should say 80% of your body's warm, mate.
yeah,
So that's one of the key points I would say on that one, Bradders. Now, because obviously you're night fishing, some of you may doze off, shall we say, have a little siesta. You know what I mean? So you're going to need an head torch because it's pitch black in it.
yeah.
So you've got to know where you're going, especially if you want to go for a to the gentleman's room. You know what I mean? You don't want to be tripping over anything or not like that.
No, so you've picked an head torch there. So this one is lights basically. So
Yeah,
a bivy light
lights.
inside.
Any kind of light, you will need that.
Yeah,
It's key. It's essential, mate,
yeah, to see where you're going.
to see where you're going.
Yeah,
100%. Especially if you're landing fish as well, mate. If there's reeds next to you or snags or you need to see where the fish is going. Do you know what I mean?
definitely.
So that's that one, Bradders. You need to be comfortable when you're going. So you'll need a reclining chair or a bed chair or
Yeah,
something you can lay on.
yeah.
You know what I mean, mate?
Something
And
to sleep on.
something to sleep on, yeah.
Yeah,
So if you do want to get your head down for a bit, you can do. And obviously, that'll entail you've got warm clothing on, but you might need a sleeping bag as well, mate. But that goes with your bed chair.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This time of year, the weather is very unpredictable, shall we say, not like summer. So you would need a brolly, a 16-inch brolly, or some kind of bivvy, just so it keeps you nice and dry.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely a key bit of kit.
definitely a key factor, mate, because you wouldn't want to be sitting there and it starts raining and you absolutely drenched, because you're just going to have to pack up and go home, mate.
Yeah.
You're there to enjoy this session. So just these key factors makes you enjoy that session. Yeah? And last but not least, you're going to realistically need a set of alarms, mate, with a receiver.
Yeah.
Because say if you do, sometimes on lakes you can't actually bivvy up right next to your rods, so you might be set back. But obviously, if you were falling to sleep, Brad, and you're not going to hear your reel churning or out like that.
No, you're not going to hear a clutch zipping, are you?
You're not like it day or your line clip pinging out or out like that. So you do need a set of alarms, and everybody will be thinking, "God, that's going to cost a bit." It's not, mate. It's not at all, because there's products on that market that'll do you for an overnight at low cost, Brad. You ain't got to go expensive, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's budgets for all needs, isn't there?
There's budgets for all needs, mate. There's budgets for everything. And like I said to you, it's okay having these 5 main factors, shall we say, point. But it's that preparation, Brad. That preparation, mate. If you get that right, all this will just fall into place because you're covered on every aspect. So that's my 5 key items that I'd take fishing with me. Obviously, we don't want nobody commenting saying, "Well, what about bait?" Or your rods.
Yeah. Or hooks.
Or hooks. That's what you're going to have anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. These are just extras, items that you'd want if you were fishing the night.
Exactly, yeah. Obviously, if I'm going night fishing, of course I'm going to take my rod. Do you know what I mean? Of course I'm going to take some water or something, or a sandwich. Leads, yeah. That's just the key. That's to make you feel comfortable and aware when you are fishing at night to enjoy that session, mate.